Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Wynn's first play going right to the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. The quick slant caught. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop. And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone. What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that. It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Man open, it's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Prescott down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays and go in the wrong direction like that.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Wentz is thrown into the hands of McLaurin, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Once again here on 2nd and 10.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. To throw, it's Wentz.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw is Wentz.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Calvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 up to the 10-yard line.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play, because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on fourth. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Wentz now on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
This will be taken at the 10. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's got it to Hilton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and 10, Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw on second and 10, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Prescott from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again on second and 10. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. To the air again, Prescott. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run left with Pollard. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
and now here is another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Cowboys 56, Commanders 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they'll indeed take a knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Washington, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season. DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium.
Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jameis going to look to throw right away.
And Thomas has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Winston. Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Play action now, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and check.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped. The line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Owens. It's caught by Mike Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Looking to throw. Owens. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Owens. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jameis now on first down. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Winston. There's Chris Olave. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. 7-7, our score after 1. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. From the gun, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that's been incomplete in that kind of time?
Yes, he kind of really well upon his return.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. This is Smith with a grab. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Throwing on first down, Owens. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. And a dump off to White. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. First down, here's White. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Owens. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On 1st and 10, Owens. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bucs are once again back in front. Is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is...
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and the Buccaneers are...
Following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Owens. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Owens. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. On the draw, here's White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Owens. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Owens. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Owens. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Equanimous St. Brown as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. Owens. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Owens. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On the left side, a catch by White.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. Owens. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are back within a score. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Owens airing this one out for Evans. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. Good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. It's caught on the right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that 1st down. What about 4th down conversion?
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. throwing on first down. Owens, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. The tackle made by Zion McCollum. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, a run from White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On 2nd and 2, Winston finding Taysom Hill complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's got some space here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Tampa Bay, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons.